I'm Kelly Marisol. On this episode of Interview with a Genius, we speak to famed and elusive author Henry J. Tucker. He's the mastermind behind such inspiring works as Sex Me Tender, Chicken Fried Steak, The Kangaroo Pedophile, and Robin Hood the Faggot. After a 12-year hiatus, Mr. Tucker has released a new critically acclaimed novel entitled The Honor of Ralphus. The author was gracious enough to welcome me to his home for an exclusive interview.
Oh, you're here. Well, come have a seat.
Right here, I take it?
Yes.
Comfortable. Mr. Tucker, it's great to meet you. I appreciate you agreeing to this interview.
You think so, huh?
Excuse me? Can you tell us about the new book?
No, next question.
Perhaps I could rephrase the question?
Perhaps. It's a funny word. Perhaps I should use that in my next best-selling book!
Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps. Can you explain to us the plot of The Honor of Ralphus?
The Honor of Ralphus is about a boy who's being constantly bullied by teenagers. In order to gain acceptance, he decides to challenge the king of the forests, the bear, to a brawl to the death. Go.
What kind of person is Ralphus?
Well, Kelly, he's the type of person that fights a bear to the death.
And why is Ralphus teased so much?
I don't know. It never came up in the book.
And do you share any personal similarities with the protagonist?
I don't understand the question.
I mean, do you relate to Ralphus in any way?
Are you implying that I'm his uncle or something?
No, I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
It's fiction, Kelly. Ralphus is not real. He's not my nephew. I made him up.
No, I mean, did you draw from any of your own experiences as a teenager when you created the character of Ralphus?
Do you know what fiction is, Kelly? It's not real. It's made up. It's like Scotland. It doesn't exist.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Oh, fuck you. It's getting dark. Back to the house. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
See this? It's my couch.
Yes?
This is my couch. This is your chair. That's my couch. This is your chair. Get out of my couch. Get into your chair.
Sorry.
Stay in your chair.
Okay.
Don't get on my couch.
Sorry?
Fuck you.
Okay. So, Henry, can you tell us about your childhood?
What are you talking about? You're talking nonsense.
Well, let's start with your parents. What were they like?
Well, my father, he was a centaur, and, he roamed in packs at night and hunted with his fellow centaur, but, he was killed in a very tragic lampshade accident, so I didn't really grow up knowing him.
Very tragic, I'm sorry. What about your mother?
Well, my mother, she was a homemaker. She was actually a great cook, too. She used to make me the tiniest little omelets out of robin's eggs. And they would have been great if they weren't so goddamn small. And she also gave a lot of good advice. I mean, if there was one piece of advice she gave me that really rang true, it was the Blackstone count.
Okay, moving on. Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm an only child.
According to our information here, you have a brother and 2 sisters.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Can you tell me their names?
Jeez. You really put me on the spot here, Kelly. There's Todd, Prudence, and I want to say Chlamydia?
I believe they go by Larry, Tiffany, and Rachel.
Right. Right. Yeah, those guys are great.
So tell me about Larry.
Larry was my older brother, and we used to get along pretty great.
I'm sorry, he was your older brother?
Yeah, well, when I was 10, he stole my glass eagle and disappeared, so he's dead to me.
Okay. What about your sisters?
Well, Tiffany's my twin sister, but oddly enough, she's actually a year younger than me.
That doesn't make sense.
I know, weird, right? But anyway, she was born without a face, so we don't really get along too well.
Fascinating. And your sister Rachel?
She was always pretty smart. She got straight A's, you know, she was valedictorian of her class, graduated from Harvard, all that fancy shit.
Really? Seems like a major departure from an otherwise dysfunctional family, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah, well, I mean, she ate a guy once, but other than that, she's pretty normal.
Okay, I need a minute, excuse me, I'm sorry. Just a minute. Okay. I'm okay. What the hell is wrong with you?
Are you ready to finish the interview?
What do you do in your spare time?
I write books.
No, Mr. Tucker, that's your profession. What do you do in your spare time?
Well, what are we doing now?
Just talking?
Yeah, that. I like that.
Other than that, do you have any hobbies?
Oh, are you talking about the midgets with the hairy feet? You know what? They're actually illegal to buy. I tried. I checked on eBay. No dice.
What? No. Hobbies, Mr. Tucker, not hobbits.
You know, I went to a black market auction to go buy one. Stephen King bought one right out from under me. He has so much money. And now he's got like a fucking Samwise Gamgee.
Henry, when you're not writing, what do you like to do?
I like music a lot. I love basically anything by the Cyrus family. Billy Ray, Miley, Trace. I'm really a big getting into the Wiggles, like really hard. Doodlebops do some good shit. I mean, they really know how to pull in an audience, so I like them. I've seen them probably live more than anyone else.
All very talented artists. My final question, who would you consider your biggest literary influence?
Hitler.
Let's get out of here. This guy's a fucking asshole.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whose idea was this? Bullshit.
Could we possibly dominate a species more than that? Than that we're selling their vaginas in a fucking barrel? Fucking ducks are just like, dudes, Jesus. You won the war, take it easy. You don't have to sell our vaginas.